shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to the sports talk.
For 10 years has been saying we're focused on Tuesday, today. That's all we're worried about, is having the best practice today that we can possibly have. And that's been his messaging throughout. And the owner's talking about getting on a run to win the Super Bowl. I think there are a lot of factors that have been playing into this. Coaching obviously hasn't been great at times in certain situations. Players haven't played great, but the front office hasn't been great in allowing the head coach to do his job either. That's from Aikman. Again, Jason Garrett was his backup for years. He played for Jerry Jones.
I like him trying to support him, but that's the problem. The one thing that I had to try to defend Jason Garrett is that he knows how to work with Jerry Jones. This is part of the job. You're going to take the job in Dallas. You need to know how to work around Jerry Jones and prepare your team in spite of Jerry Jones. You can't be a chef and say you don't know how to boil water. This is intrinsic to this job. Doing the job in Dallas, it's important to understand how to work with Jerry Jones. That's no excuse. Jerry Jones has been talking since before Jason Garrett was even in the NFL.
The other part is we're watching the shift. For so many years, Jerry Jones had been so behind Jason Garrett. He's made sure we know how great of a coach he believes he is, how he feels like.
Jerry Jones felt like, I put this team together to go deep in the playoffs. And the way the season going right now, it's going to be tough to try to get in. You know, they're at the top of their division, but if they do lose tonight, that's like another fall right there. Then you got to play the Eagles, the battle for that top spot in that division, to be able to make the playoffs and have a home field advantage. He just feel like, I put this team together to win, not to be losing games like this. That's why he's questioning Jason Garrett. Like, you can't be mad because somebody in the front office feeling some type of way. If you're not doing your coaching job and coach this team up to be winning games, not just to win against average teams, you gotta beat some of these playoff contenders as well. That's why he paid the guys that can turn his organization into Super Bowl champions. But in his eyes, he looking like, what had Jason Garrett done for me? I already tried to back him up for the long time he been here. He been here 10 years. And he been taking up for him for that long. He felt like his patience is running up. He want to win another championship. He don't want to keep looking out and watching everybody else go deep in the playoffs and win championships. He tired of looking at that. He want to look at his team raising that Lombardi trophy.
Jason Garrett can take them to the next level. When they played the Minnesota Vikings, Jerry Jones praises Mike Zimmer. You go into New England and he says, you know what? You expect to be outcoached going into New England. So we would have liked if you would have outcoached Adam Gase when you played the Jets. So we wouldn't have to expect you to outcoach Bill Belichick. The writing is on the wall here. And even if you say that dealing with Jerry Jones is difficult, I agree with Dom. That's part of the goal, right? Yeah. That's part of being there. That's part of coaching there. You need to be able to coach through that. But what I see more than anything is Jerry Jones saying, you know what? Me and Steve, we gave you the players that you need. If you ain't winning, that's on you.
That is on him. He gave you the players to win. He signed Lawrence. He signed Jalen Smith to a long contract. And he still got Van Der Rush. He still got Crawford. He got Quinn. Then he still ain't locked up Prescott, but you got Zeke locked up. You gonna have Amari Cooper locked up soon, and you got Cobb from the Packers. You have a legit team, but you're not getting the job done, and the front office is ticked off how this season's going.
And we gonna get a new one.
He actually said, I believe he will be a coach in the NFL next year. He was very non-specific about what team he might be coaching next year.
It ain't gonna be that one.
That was the first. It seems
he's not gonna be a coach in the NFL next year. I don't even think he will. Like, do you want Jason Garrett to be your offensive coordinator? No. Do you want him to be your head coach? No. Where's he going? Is he gonna be like a special assistant coach? Like, he may not have a job in the league.
You are the worst president of any fan club.
No.
Ever seen.
I, as Bomani Jones would say, I'm off that narcotic. I don't mess with Jason Garrett no more. I'm a that guy, 100%.
If you were to assess blame for a Cowboys team that you could make an argument is the most disappointing in the sport. This is a team a lot of people, including the owner, I think, thought was a Super Bowl team this year, and they're 6-6. Who gets the most blame?
I think you can put it all around, and I think Jerry Jones certainly deserves some blame, but it doesn't matter if you blame him or not because he owns the team. The person who has to get the blame is a guy who I used to support, is Jason Garrett. And as much as Troy Aikman wants to excuse it away by saying that maybe Jerry Jones is making his job harder, Jerry Jones is part of the job.
He's going to make his job harder because he's looking at how this season is turning out. 6-6 is not good enough for him. He used excuses for you. He backed you up. Now he wants you to go out there and get the job done. Not have the season be 6-6 and still have a team legit, still be in the hunt to win the division. The Eagles still not out of the division to win it. That's what he mean. If they drop this game tonight, all Philly had to do is beat Cowboys and they tied. And they had the division in their hands. When you had the Eagles struggling, this is the time for the Cowboys to be able to seal it off and take complete control of this division and win it. You had them struggling, but now you struggling. And now the Eagles are back in it to be able to win the division. It's so bad that the Redskins ain't even mathematically out of the equation to win the division.
Every job in the NFL is not the same. There's one specific person in Dallas that makes your job a little bit more difficult, and the part of the reason why Jason Garrett has been there for so long is because he's been able to manage the relationship between the team and...
So why do you not support him anymore is my question.
Because they're bad.
They're bad, that's his fault.
Because you can't blame. There's so many different things, and there's too many things to put it on every different individual. When it's all bad for long enough, you just have to go to the top.
And obviously, you watched Lamar Jackson take the league by storm and make so many plays. You saw Dak Prescott early in his career. He can do the same thing. Dak Prescott can run the zone read, give Zeke Elliott more time.
Stop it.
More plays.
Stop it.
What?
Dak Prescott cannot do the same thing. I think Dak Prescott is a running back.
What he's saying is in the usage way, though, because we gave all of this praise to Kellen Moore early on in the season, and I said he's not doing anything differently. He wasn't necessarily being creative. I will also say this, though. I played the game. You guys played the game. It didn't matter to me, and I love Mr. Rooney. I think he's the greatest owner ever. It didn't matter to me what Mr. Rooney said or what was coming from upstairs. It was about winning football games.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights